Hello and welcome along to the race by race preview for Happy Valley on Wednesday night. We've got a 9-race program coming up this week and some even races amongst them, joined by Paul Lally and Tom Wood. And Tom, outside of races 6 and 9, there's some open races amongst them. We kick things off with a Class 5. Yeah, a few intriguing races through the course of the evening, Mark, and that Class 2 race certainly looks a good one later on. But apart from that, particularly earlier on the card anyway, the races do look fairly open. On what's going to be a coolish Wednesday night in Hong Kong, Paul, you've got some jackpots to spice things up for us.
Yeah, a real big one, and the Triple Trio should get up to about 11 million there for a winning single $10 unit, and a 2.9 million jackpot also going into the 6-up win bonus. So two really good jackpots, and as Tom said, there should be some even races throughout the card.
Well, the first being a Class 5, they are always even races, and we do kick things off at the normal start time for a 9-race program of 6:45 local. Both Dionysus Colin and Owner Star are on the class drop. Wonder Win has his second start in 11 months. TaylorMade's won over the 1800 metres. He's won 1 from 30. The 1800 metre win was across at Sha 10. Lucky Missile goes to the 1800 for the first time at Happy Valley. Success All Stars has had a stable change. David Ferraris to Richard Gibson. Fortune Triple comes back in trip. Prime Star is off the all-weather onto the 1800 metre turf for the first time, and Righteous Win Tom draws nicely down in barrier number 1. Good to slow the prediction here for the first race over the 1800 metres. Paul, Wonder Win, who's found a bit of form recently, looks like he may lead here.
Yeah, look, I think he's drawn a little bit wide, so I think there's not much choice but for him to go forward and lead this race. So Prime Star has gone forward in his last couple. Righteous Win's got the inside draw. Dionysus Colin likewise, and I think TaylorMade can get himself into a nice position. We are going to start our replays here with Wonder Win, Paul. This was his first run back for quite some time. You'd expect him to strip fitter from this performance, which wasn't bad for that third placing. Yeah, it was a good run, I thought, from him. He drew barrier 6 here, so he didn't need to go forward. I just thought from that wide draw, they might just push on with him. Look at the way he stayed on here nicely. He's going well. Prior to this, he won. So he's a horse in form at the moment. Yeah, he had a good enough run in transit during that race. Basically, one back, one out. The other one in that race was Smart Cousin, but he had issues last start, pulled up lame out of that particular race. Across we go to Sha 10 now, Tom. We've got Righteous Win and Diamond Star. He's midfield Diamond Star. But Lucky Missile comes to the 1800 at Happy Valley. He did win over the 1650 at the Valley and does seem to race well over distance and in town too. He's been a bit hit and miss, really, has Lucky Missile. He loomed up here, and I thought he was going to go on with it at this point, but didn't really do so in the end. He still stayed on well enough, did Lucky Missile. Diamond Star's been really disappointing, Paul. Yeah, he has, hasn't he? So look, he goes out for me. I'm going to put Lucky Missile in, though, because he is a Class 4 winner here in Class 5. And our final replay, we're back to the trials here, Paul, for Amazing Boy, who he has turned some form around too since dropping in grade, and the blinkers going on. Zach Purton takes the ride, and what did you make of his trial? Yeah, it was okay trial. Look, he's 2200 metres he raced at last time, and then he's now coming back here to the 1800 metres, where he has, like he's been placed before, isn't he? So, no, first time over the 1800 actually. So I think the horse has got a little bit of ability in Class 5, so he'll go in for me on a minor line. He goes in on a very minor line. This is the first time all season that Zach Purton has teamed up with Michael Chang. Trial was okay, but 11th start maiden hard to get carried away about. It's a Class 5, Paul. It's open. Who wins? I'm going to go with a horse that comes into this race downgraded. The top one here, Dionysus Colin. He's a 2-time winner in Class 4 of 45 and 49. He's down to this rating of 40. He's got barrier number 2. And the Jimmy Ting stable's going really well at the moment. So he goes on top. Wonder Win in there for second. Amazing Boy and Lucky Missile we've talked about. 1, 3, 6 and 7. 8, 7, 3 and 6, the numbers in the first race. Went with number 8, Success All Stars in the new stable now of Richard Gibson. Harry Bentley was at the rear, settled well back, widest around the turn, but was making ground. So if he was able to get a bit close from the run, I think he'd go close in this race. He is a 2-time winner course and distance. Lucky Missiles in, as is Wonder Win, and Amazing Boy on a minor line. 8, 7, 3 and 6. And it is Amazing Boy who's come up early favourite for race number 1 at 3.2 for Zach Purton and Michael Chang.